Yeah, I think foreigners will come now in China easily.
Compared to Europe and those places, the tax system is better here. You can save a lot if you have something doing and earning a lot. So in that sense, it's easy. And opportunities are also a lot. If you have a good language ability and you embrace the culture, it's possible to make it.
Apartments, and yes, I feel a little bit, just it's a little bit hard for me. But now I think China is open and China economy will be recovered as soon as possible.
Hi, welcome back again to my channel. It's your favorite King Kwesi, back again with another video on the channel. If you're here for the first time and you like this kind of content coming from China, I'll urge you to subscribe to the channel, like this video, share, and let's grow the channel together. I was in Shanghai, the Ban area to be precise, and I talked to some foreigners to find out whether it's still possible to live a good expat life in China after the 3 years lockdown, quarantine, and all that has happened in the beautiful country, China. And this is what they had to say. Stay tuned and watch this video. Like, share, and let's grow. Peace out. Thank you. All right.
Okay, so I'm Gifty and I'm from Ghana and I've been in China for almost 5 years now. Yeah, and he is Solomon.
Yeah, I'm Solomon. She's my wife, by the way. But I've been in China for 3 years now. She came ahead of me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So living in China for this period of time, do you think it's still possible for foreigners to live a good life, expat life, after this lockdown and everything that has happened in China for the last 3 years?
Yeah, I think it's very, very possible because there are a lot of people who have succeeded, built families, built careers here. I think the only limitation is our perspective because most of foreigners, especially from Africa, come here as students and we probably just have the mindset that we might just buy things and take home, and we don't really open our minds to explore other opportunities, creating our own businesses, collaborating with Chinese people or even other foreigners in other countries to build like bigger industries. Yeah, so I think if you have that spirit to succeed or to do something big, you can. I think China provides a lot of platforms. If you have, you can infiltrate the system, you can be able to live a good life here. I truly believe.
First one, I think it's a little bit of mixed. First of all, it's easy in some sense and also challenging in some sense. Challenging because it's not straightforward, like maybe in the US and other places where you are most likely to have easy jobs, language is easy and stuff. So in that sense, over here in China, it's a little challenging because first of all, you need to be ready to embrace the culture and then the language, right? Yes, but it's easy here in the sense that, for example, regarding tax systems, relatively China compared to Europe and those places, the tax system is better here. You can save a lot if you have something doing and earning a lot. So in that sense, it's easy. And opportunities are also a lot. If you have a good language ability and you embrace the culture, it's possible to make it.
Okay, so first of all, you tell us your name, where you're from, and how long you've been in China.
So, hi, my name is Elias. I'm from Russia, and I've stayed here for 11 years.
Is it still possible to live a good expat life in China after this COVID lockdown for 3 years in China? Is it still possible for foreigners to live a good life?
I still don't believe that this lockdown is over. It's very hard for me to imagine, but I do believe so.
Okay, so first you tell us your name, where you're from, and how long you've been in China.
Okay. Start?
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Maria. I'm from Russia, and I've been in China for almost 2 years.
Do you think foreigners can still live a good life in China after this lockdown and COVID situation? Is it still possible that foreigners can live a good life here?
Yeah, I think foreigners will come now in China easily because there is no PCR tests and no travel restrictions because, it's easy to visit and it's easy to find any activities, sport activities, to travel within China and to work. So I think yes.
Okay, so first of all, you tell us your name, where you're from, and how long you've been in China.
Okay. Now?
Yeah.
Okay. So our names are Rika and Jürgen Netzer. We are actually from Germany. Came to China in May, right after the big shutdown here in Shanghai. So we arrived in May, had the fun of 3 weeks of quarantine in a hotel, and then we really settled down here in Shanghai.
Do you think that foreigners can still live a good life after the COVID situation in China?
After, yes, it was complicated during the COVID situation. Now after this has been relaxed, so basically there are not too many restrictions other than, okay, you wear typically your mask in all the public places, but there are no real restrictions anymore now. It was complicated when we came, but now I think you can live a good life.
You tell us your name, where you're from, and how long you've been in China.
Yes, my name is Bronislav. I am from Russia, Moscow, and I have been in China for 8 years.
8 years in China. Is it still possible for foreigners to live a good life after the 3 years COVID situation in China?
I think so, yes. Now China is opened, but I can still have some bad feelings about those past 3 years during the COVID situation, because we were closed in Shanghai, and I have spent about 3 months in my apartments, and yes, I feel a little bit, it's a little bit hard for me. But now I think China is open, and China economy will be recovered as soon as possible.
So first of all, tell us your name, where you're from, and how long you've been in China.
So my name is Jack. I'm from Belgium, and I'm living 12 years in China.
Is it still possible to live a good expat life in China after the 3 years roller coaster because of COVID?
This question is a bit more difficult to answer because it's very recently that the COVID has been, let's say, switched to completely open again. So the past 3 years, and definitely the last year, has been quite tough. We experienced, I think, myself, at least 25% in lockdown of the past year in different cities, different circumstances, which made me go back for a couple of months to my home country based on that. Now that it's since December switched open, it's definitely a switch which could say we go back to a situation as before, but it will take still, I think, months before we are finally back on track.